So the Hurricanes and the Chiefs. The Canes got the desired result in this one, didn't they? It was kind of the to be expected result. Chiefs didn't disgrace themselves in their loss. The Hurricanes just keep on rolling. They've done their kind of title credentials no disservice with that. That was a hard-fought victory, and that Chiefs run of games one in a row comes to an end. To be honest, I was still pretty jet-lagged when I watched this one. I had a very brief nap before I got up to watch it, and still the drowsiness was there, so I probably didn't pay attention as much as I could have had I been more well rested. But yeah, it was still a good enough game that it didn't put me back to sleep. If it had been a stinker, I probably would have just nodded off. But it kept me awake. It had action. It had lots of back and forward plays. I mean, from what I could see in the state I was in, it was just more the Hurricanes took those opportunities that presented themselves, whereas the Chiefs still had some. Like I can remember Natai making a break and then kind of nothing coming of it. Just things like that, whereas Bodie and Laumapi and whatnot for the Hurricanes were just deadly. So it was kind of just that cutting edge that seemed to be the difference on that one. So yeah, it seems like home advantage. I mean, if you're looking already that far to the finals, I mean, I know home advantage is always really big in Super Rugby. It looks especially big this year. It's going to be hard to go in and beat any New Zealand team away from home. Blues don't really count. But, yeah, can you see any side going in and winning Wellington right now? The Crusaders couldn't do it. The Highlanders couldn't do it. And now Chiefs couldn't do it. So it's all down to the Blues to kind of break that duck for New Zealand teams in Wellington anyway. So, yeah, probably not much hope there. But I hope Aidan Ross is all right. I mean, he's probably not. I haven't actually read the follow-up news to see what's happened with that. But that was a pretty nasty injury. So yeah, wishing him a speedy recovery, because you hate seeing that kind of thing. I mean, he was probably 10 minutes getting off the field, so yeah, pretty unfortunate for that. The Chiefs, man, their injury toll is just massive. They've been doing remarkably well with the injuries they've had. Next week they got the Reds away, so it's a good chance for them to kind of bounce back. And like I said, I don't think they should get their heads down too much about losing to the Hurricanes in Wellington. For the Hurricanes, they can go into their bye pretty happy. So, yeah, good game. Starts the weekend on a pretty good note before we go into the rest of these games. We'll see how the Blues can stack up against the Sunwolves. By the time this video goes up, they will probably already have played. And, yeah, the Rebels game might be already over as well by the time we get things up. But everything's a bit slower over here, but we'll see how we go. I'm still looking for a whiteboard. Because I like to have the scores and whatnot there. It helps me remember where things are at, kind of helps me with my train of thoughts. Power rankings do better if I can put the magnets all up. So I found one about that big, which is probably not quite big enough for the magnets I have. So I will keep looking and have a look later tonight and see if I can find another whiteboard. But yeah, otherwise all good here. I hope all's all well with you guys, and yeah, I will talk to you after a more well-rested lot of Saturday games in a while. Alright guys, take it easy.